Welcome back, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Today, we're counting down the top 5 Washington quarter-dollar coins that could be worth an incredible amount of money. These coins may look ordinary, but some rare examples have been known to attract huge attention from collectors and reach astonishing values. The most exciting part is that many people have accidentally spent these coins, left them in old jars, or overlooked them in their pocket change. You might even have one of these hidden treasures without knowing it. Stay with us until the end, because the number 4 coin on today's list is truly unbelievable. Let's dive into the top 5 rare Washington quarter-dollar coins worth big money. First coin. The 1966 Washington quarter without a mint mark is one of those coins that many people have handled, spent, and forgotten about without ever realizing what it could be worth. At first glance, it looks like an ordinary quarter that has spent decades passing from hand to hand. Its surfaces show circulation, the details remain very fine, and the coin carries the character of a piece that has lived a long journey through American history. Yet hidden among millions of ordinary examples are rare specimens that can command astonishing prices, with some exceptional pieces reaching values around $350,000 in today's collector market. The story of the 1966 Washington quarter begins during a fascinating period in American coinage. The United States Mint was facing a severe coin shortage during the mid-1960s. To discourage collectors from hoarding newly minted coins, mint marks were temporarily removed from circulating coinage. As a result, all Washington quarters struck in 1966 were produced without a mint mark. This unique circumstance makes the year especially interesting to collectors who study American coins and their historical background. The Washington quarter series itself was first introduced in 1932 to honor George Washington, the first president of the United States. By 1966, the coin had already become a familiar part of everyday American life. Millions of Americans used these quarters for shopping, transportation, and daily transactions, never imagining that a few examples would one day become highly sought-after treasures. The composition of the 1966 Washington quarter reflects an important transition in United States coinage. Earlier quarters contained 90% silver, but by 1966, the mint had switched to a copper-nickel clad composition. The coin consists of outer layers made of copper and nickel bonded to a pure copper core. This change was introduced to reduce production costs and address the growing shortage of silver coins in circulation. The coin weighs approximately 5.67 grams. Its diameter measures 24.3 millimeters, making it easily recognizable among Americans' circulating coins. The thickness is about 1.75 millimeters, giving it a sturdy feel in the hand. The reeded edge contains 119 reeds, adding security against counterfeiting and helping preserve the coin's traditional appearance. On the obverse, George Washington's portrait remains one of the most iconic designs in American numismatic history. The word liberty appears above his head, while the motto, "In God We Trust," is positioned to the left. The date 1966 appears below the portrait. On the reverse, a majestic eagle spreads its wings above a bundle of arrows surrounded by olive branches, symbolizing both strength and peace. What makes certain 1966 Washington quarters incredibly valuable is not simply their age. The real treasure lies in rare characteristics that separate them from ordinary examples. Some coins display remarkable strike quality, unusual minting errors, exceptional preservation, or rare die varieties. These factors can transform a common quarter into a coin worth thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Collectors pay special attention to examples with strong details, sharp lettering, and well-preserved surfaces. A coin that escaped excessive wear and retained much of its original appearance can attract serious interest. Rare error coins featuring double dies, off-center strikes, or unusual plaché issues are especially desirable. These unusual characteristics create scarcity, and scarcity drives value. The rarity of top-quality 1966 Washington quarters is often underestimated. While millions were produced, very few survive in extraordinary condition. Most entered circulation immediately and accumulated decades of wear. Coins that remained protected from damage, scratches, and environmental exposure became increasingly difficult to find as the years passed. Collector demand for rare Washington quarters continues to grow because the series combines historical significance with affordability for beginners and excitement for advanced numismatists. Every year, new collectors enter the hobby, searching for overlooked treasures hidden in old collections, coin jars, estate sales, and inherited family holdings. One of the most exciting aspects of this coin is the possibility that valuable examples may still be hiding in plain sight. Many people overlook old quarters because they assume modern-looking coins cannot be worth significant money. As a result, potentially valuable pieces sometimes continue circulating through everyday transactions, passing unnoticed from person to person. When a rare 1966 Washington quarter with exceptional qualities appears at auction, competitive bidding can drive prices to extraordinary levels. High-end collectors understand that opportunities to acquire elite specimens are limited. This intense competition can push values into six-figure territory, especially when rarity, condition, and collector demand align perfectly. For collectors searching for these coins, careful examination is essential. Always inspect the date, overall condition, strike quality, and surface preservation. Use proper lighting and magnification whenever possible. Avoid cleaning coins, as cleaning can dramatically reduce collector value. Store coins in protective holders to prevent additional wear and environmental damage. It is also wise to have potentially valuable examples authenticated by a professional grading service. Expert grading provides confidence regarding authenticity, condition, and marketability. Certified coins often command stronger prices because buyers trust the independent evaluation. The hidden appeal of the 1966 Washington quarter lies in its ability to surprise people. It represents the possibility that an ordinary-looking coin could hold extraordinary value. For many collectors, that sense of discovery is what makes coin hunting so exciting. Every old quarter examined carries the chance of revealing a forgotten treasure. The next time you encounter a 1966 Washington quarter without a mint mark, take a closer look before spending it. What appears to be just another circulated coin may actually be a remarkable survivor from a fascinating era in American coinage history. In the world of numismatics, treasures are not always made of gold or silver. Sometimes they are hidden within the most ordinary pocket change, waiting for someone to recognize their true worth. A rare 1966 Washington quarter could be exactly that kind of hidden treasure, quietly resting in a collection, a drawer, or even a handful of spare change, waiting to reveal its incredible story and potentially life-changing value. Next coin, the 1981 Washington quarter with the P mint mark, is a coin that most people would never look at twice. It has spent decades moving through cash registers, piggy banks, vending machines, and countless pockets across America. Its surfaces show evidence of circulation, and in very fine condition, it appears to be nothing more than an old quarter from the early 1980s. Yet hidden among millions of ordinary examples are rare pieces that have become legendary among collectors. Some extraordinary specimens have reached astonishing values approaching $360,000, turning what appears to be common pocket change into a remarkable treasure. The story of the 1981 Washington quarter begins during an important period in American coinage. By 1981, the Washington quarter had already become one of the most recognized coins in the United States. The design honoring George Washington had been circulating for nearly half a century and remained a symbol of American history, patriotism, and everyday commerce. The Philadelphia Mint produced millions of quarters during that year, each carrying the small but important P Mint mark. The Washington quarter was originally introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. What started as a special commemorative issue eventually became a permanent part of American coinage. Decades later, the 1981 quarter continued this proud tradition, carrying the familiar portrait of America's first president on the obverse and the majestic eagle design on the reverse. This coin is composed of a copper-nickel-clad structure. The outer layers contain copper and nickel bonded to a pure copper core. Unlike older silver quarters, the 1981 issue contains no silver intended for circulation. This composition was designed to provide durability while reducing production costs. Even though the metal content itself is not especially valuable, certain rare examples have become highly sought after because of their scarcity and unique characteristics. The coin weighs approximately 5.67 grams and measures 24.3 millimeters in diameter. Its thickness is about 1.75 millimeters, giving it the familiar feel Americans recognize instantly. The reeded edge adds both security and visual appeal. These specifications remained consistent throughout the Washington Quarter series and helped maintain uniformity in commerce and coin-operated machines. At first glance, the design appears simple and familiar. George Washington faces left on the obverse, surrounded by the inscriptions "Liberty, in God we trust." The date 1981. Beneath the date appears the important P Mint mark, indicating production at the Philadelphia Mint. The reverse features a powerful eagle with spread wings perched above a bundle of arrows and framed by olive branches, symbolizing both strength and peace. What transforms certain 1981 Washington quarters into highly valuable treasures is not their age alone. Instead, their worth comes from exceptional preservation, rare minting characteristics, unusual errors, and strong collector demand. While millions were produced, only a tiny number possess the qualities that attract serious attention from advanced collectors and investors. Rare mint errors are among the most exciting discoveries in modern coin collecting. Some quarters may display doubled die features, off-center strikes, die cracks, clipped planchets, or other unusual production anomalies. Because these mistakes occurred accidentally during the minting process, they are naturally scarce. Collectors often compete intensely for such examples, especially when the error is dramatic and clearly visible. Condition also plays a major role in determining value. Most 1981 quarters entered circulation immediately and accumulated wear through decades of use. Coins that somehow avoided heavy circulation and retained exceptional detail became increasingly scarce over time. Even among circulated examples, pieces showing strong details, attractive surfaces, and minimal damage can attract considerable interest. One fascinating aspect of the 1981 Washington quarter is that valuable examples may still be hiding in unexpected places. Many people sort through old jars of coins without paying attention to dates or mint marks. Others inherit collections from relatives and assume the coins are worth only face value. As a result, rare specimens occasionally remain undiscovered for years before finally being recognized by knowledgeable collectors. The rarity of elite quality examples becomes more apparent as collectors search for them. Millions may have been produced, but the number surviving in outstanding condition is dramatically smaller. Time, circulation, environmental exposure, and accidental damage have eliminated many of the finest examples. This shrinking supply contributes significantly to long-term collector demand. Collector interest in Washington quarters continues to grow because the series offers a perfect blend of history, accessibility, and potential discovery. New collectors often begin with quarters because they are familiar and affordable, while experienced numismatists appreciate the challenge of locating scarce dates, varieties, and error coins. This broad appeal helps sustain demand throughout the market. When an exceptional 1981p Washington quarter appears at a major auction, competition can become intense. Collectors recognize that opportunities to purchase rare specimens are limited. If the coin combines rarity, outstanding preservation, and desirable characteristics, bidding can escalate rapidly. This competitive environment explains how certain examples can achieve extraordinary values, reaching hundreds of thousands of dollars. Collectors searching for valuable quarters should carefully examine every detail. Strong lighting and magnification can reveal important characteristics invisible to the naked eye. Look closely at the mint mark, lettering, date, strike quality, and overall surface preservation. Small details can make a significant difference in value. It is equally important never to clean old coins. Cleaning often damages original surfaces and can drastically reduce collector value. Instead, coins should be stored in protective holders designed to prevent scratches, fingerprints, and environmental contamination. Proper storage helps preserve both appearance and long-term market potential. Professional authentication and grading can provide additional confidence. Certified coins are evaluated by experts who assess authenticity and condition according to recognized standards. Because buyers trust professional grading services, certified coins often command stronger prices in the marketplace. The true fascination of the 1981p Washington quarter lies in its hidden potential. It reminds collectors that valuable treasures do not always appear ancient or extraordinary at first glance. Sometimes the most remarkable discoveries are hiding among ordinary coins that people encounter every day. A quarter spent on a cup of coffee decades ago could eventually become a prized collectible worth a fortune. The next time you come across a 1981 Washington quarter with a P mint mark, take a closer look before spending it. What seems like an ordinary coin may actually represent a forgotten piece of numismatic history. Hidden among the countless quarters still circulating or resting in collections are rare examples waiting to be discovered. For those willing to search carefully, the possibility of uncovering a valuable treasure remains one of the most exciting aspects of coin collecting, and the 1981p Washington quarter stands as a perfect example of how extraordinary value can sometimes be hidden in plain sight. Next coin, the 1985 Washington quarter with a P mint mark may seem like an ordinary coin that has spent years moving through circulation, but some examples have become legendary among collectors. These quarters have been carried in wallets, dropped into vending machines, forgotten in drawers, and mixed into jars of spare change. Most people never stop to examine them closely. Yet hidden among millions of common examples are a handful of remarkable coins that have captured the attention of serious collectors, with certain rare specimens reportedly reaching values near $360,000 in today's market. The Washington Quarter series has a rich history that stretches back to 1932. The coin was introduced to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth and quickly became one of the most recognizable coins in American history. By 1985, the design had already served generations of Americans and remained an essential part of everyday commerce. The Philadelphia Mint produced large numbers of quarters that year, each carrying the P mint mark that identified its place of origin. The composition of the 1985 Washington Quarter reflects the modernization of American coinage. Earlier quarters contained silver, but by 1985, the coin was struck using a copper-nickel-clad composition. The outer layers consist of copper and nickel bonded to a pure copper core. This durable structure allowed the mint to produce long-lasting coins while reducing dependence on precious metals. Although the metal itself is not rare, the coin's value comes from its condition, scarcity, and unique characteristics. The coin weighs approximately 5.67 grams and has a diameter of 24.3 millimeters. Its thickness is about 1.75 millimeters. Around the edge are fine reeds that help distinguish the quarter from other denominations. These precise specifications ensured consistency throughout the nation's coinage system and allowed the quarter to function properly in vending machines and coin-operated equipment. The obverse features the familiar portrait of George Washington facing left. Above him appears the word liberty, while the phrase, "In God we trust," is positioned to the left. The date 1985 appears below the portrait, accompanied by the small P mint mark. On the reverse side, a powerful eagle spreads its wings above a bundle of arrows surrounded by olive branches. This design symbolizes both military strength and the desire for peace. What truly separates a rare 1985 P Washington Quarter from ordinary examples is the presence of special characteristics that collectors value. Some coins display exceptional strike quality, meaning the design details appear unusually sharp and complete. Others may feature rare die varieties or minting errors that occurred during production. Because such features are uncommon, they attract considerable attention within the numismatic community. Mint errors are among the most exciting discoveries collectors can make. During the production process, machinery occasionally produced coins with unusual characteristics. These errors can include doubled lettering, off-center strikes, die cracks, clipped planches, or other distinctive features. Since these mistakes occurred accidentally, they are naturally scarce. The rarer the error, and the more dramatic its appearance, the greater its potential appeal to collectors. Condition plays an enormous role in determining value. Most 1985 quarters circulated extensively, accumulating scratches, marks, and wear over the decades. Coins that escaped heavy use are much harder to find today. A quarter graded in very fine condition still retains significant detail and can be highly desirable, especially when combined with attractive surfaces and strong eye appeal. The rarity of top-quality examples is often overlooked. Although millions of 1985 quarters were struck, only a tiny fraction remain in exceptional condition. Many were damaged, lost, cleaned improperly, or exposed to harsh environmental conditions. As the years passed, the number of surviving collectible examples continued to shrink, increasing their desirability among collectors. One reason this coin captures the imagination is the possibility that valuable examples remain hidden in everyday places. Old coin jars, inherited collections, dresser drawers, and forgotten boxes sometimes contain coins that have not been examined for decades. Many people assume all modern quarters are worth only face value and never bother checking dates or mint marks. Because of this, rare pieces occasionally remain undiscovered for years. Collector demand for Washington quarters remains strong because the series combines historical significance with the thrill of discovery. New collectors enjoy searching through circulation, looking for overlooked treasures, while advanced collectors seek high-grade examples and rare varieties to complete their collections. This broad demand helps sustain interest and value throughout the market. When a rare and exceptionally preserved 1985p Washington quarter appears at auction, bidding can become intense. Collectors understand that opportunities to acquire elite examples are limited. Coins displaying extraordinary preservation, unique minting characteristics, and strong collector appeal often attract competitive offers. This combination of rarity and demand can result in astonishing auction prices. For collectors searching for valuable quarters, careful examination is essential. Use proper lighting and magnification to inspect the coin closely. Look for unusual details in the lettering, mint mark, date, and overall design. Pay attention to strike quality and any evidence of mint errors. Small details can make a significant difference in value. Protecting coins properly is equally important. Never clean a collectible coin, as cleaning can damage original surfaces and reduce value dramatically. Instead, store coins in protective holders designed to prevent scratches, fingerprints, and environmental exposure. Proper storage helps preserve both beauty and long-term collector appeal. Professional authentication and grading services can provide confidence when evaluating potentially valuable coins. Experts examine the coin's authenticity and assign a condition grade based on established standards. Certified coins often command higher prices because buyers trust the independent assessment. Perhaps the most fascinating aspect of the 1985 Washington quarter is the idea that extraordinary value can be hidden within an ordinary object. Millions of people have handled these coins without realizing their potential significance. Some have spent them on small purchases, dropped them into tip jars, or left them forgotten in containers of loose change. A rare example could easily pass from one person to another without attracting attention. The coin serves as a reminder that treasures are not always obvious. Sometimes they are disguised as everyday items hiding in plain sight. The next time you encounter a 1985 Washington quarter with a P mint mark, take a closer look before spending it. What appears to be just another circulated coin could actually be a remarkable survivor from American numismatic history. Hidden within its worn surfaces may be a story of rare 1985 Washington quarter with a P mint mark. Take a closer look before spending it. What appears to be just another circulated coin could actually be a remarkable survivor from American numismatic history. Hidden within its worn surfaces may be a story of rarity, collector demand, and surprising value, waiting for someone to recognize the treasure that others accidentally overlook every day. Next coin, the 1988 Washington quarter with the P mint mark, is one of those coins that many people overlook every single day. It may sit unnoticed in a jar of spare change, remain forgotten in an old drawer, or even pass through countless hands during ordinary transactions. At first glance, it appears to be nothing more than a common quarter from the late 1980s. Its surfaces may show circulation marks, minor scratches, and signs of use. Yet beneath that ordinary appearance could be a coin with extraordinary collector appeal. Certain rare examples have become highly desirable in the numismatic world, with exceptional specimens reaching reported market values near $360,000. The story of the 1988 Washington quarter begins with one of the most iconic coin series in American history. The Washington Quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The coin quickly became a permanent part of United States currency and has remained one of the most recognizable coins ever produced. By 1988, the quarter had already served generations of Americans and continued to play a vital role in everyday commerce. The Philadelphia Mint was responsible for producing millions of quarters during 1988. Coins struck there carried the P Mint mark, located near the date on the obverse side. Although enormous quantities were produced, only a tiny percentage would eventually attract significant collector attention. Most entered circulation immediately and experienced years of wear, making well-preserved examples increasingly difficult to find. The composition of the 1988 Washington Quarter reflects the modern era of American coinage. The coin is made from a copper-nickel clad structure consisting of outer layers of copper and nickel bonded to a pure copper core. This composition replaced the silver content used in quarters before 1965. While the metal value is relatively modest, the coin's collector value depends on rarity, condition, and special characteristics. The quarter weighs approximately 5.67 grams. Its diameter measures 24.3 millimeters, while its thickness is about 1.75 millimeters. The edge features fine reeds that circle the coin completely. These precise dimensions helped maintain consistency throughout the nation's currency system and ensured compatibility with vending machines and other automated equipment. The obverse displays the familiar portrait of George Washington facing left. Above him appears the word Liberty, while In God We Trust is positioned beside the portrait. The date 1988 appears below, accompanied by the P Mint mark. On the reverse, a majestic eagle spreads its wings above a bundle of arrows framed by olive branches. This classic design symbolizes both strength and peace, making it one of the most recognizable images in American numismatics. What transforms certain 1988 Washington quarters into valuable collector items is not simply their age. Instead, their worth is driven by a combination of rarity, condition, striking quality, and unique minting characteristics. Among the millions produced, only a select few possess the qualities that serious collectors seek. One of the most exciting aspects of coin collecting involves mint errors. During production, mistakes occasionally occurred that created unusual coins. These errors may include doubled dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, missing design elements, or other anomalies. Because such errors are uncommon, collectors often compete aggressively to acquire them. A dramatic and easily visible error can transform an ordinary quarter into a highly desirable collectible. Condition is another major factor affecting value. Most 1988 quarters circulated heavily for decades, accumulating scratches, contact marks, and general wear. Coins surviving in very fine condition retain much of their original detail and visual appeal. Examples showing strong design features and attractive surfaces are significantly more desirable than heavily worn pieces. The rarity of premium quality 1988 Washington quarters becomes more apparent every year. Although hundreds of millions were minted, very few remain in outstanding condition. Time has taken its toll on most examples. Many were damaged through circulation, environmental exposure, improper storage, or cleaning. As a result, collectors often face intense competition when exceptional examples become available. Collector demand for Washington quarters remains remarkably strong. The series appeals to beginners because the coins are familiar and accessible, while advanced collectors enjoy searching for scarce varieties mint errors, and high-grade specimens. This wide appeal helps sustain a healthy market and contributes to the long-term popularity of the series. One reason this coin continues to fascinate collectors is the possibility that valuable examples may still be hiding in plain sight. Many people never inspect their pocket change closely. Old coin jars, inherited collections, forgotten boxes, and estate sales occasionally reveal coins that have remained unnoticed for decades. The thought that a valuable treasure could be hiding among ordinary quarters adds excitement to every search. When a rare and exceptional 1988p Washington quarter appears at auction, collectors understand that opportunities like this are limited. Strong demand combined with limited supply often leads to intense bidding competition. Coins possessing rare characteristics, superior preservation, and attractive eye appeal can achieve astonishing results when offered to the right audience. For collectors hoping to discover valuable examples, careful examination is essential. Good lighting and magnification help reveal details that might otherwise go unnoticed. Inspect the date, mint mark, lettering, and design elements carefully. Look for unusual features, strong strikes, and evidence of minting anomalies that could increase value. Protecting collectible coins is equally important. Cleaning should always be avoided because it can damage original surfaces and significantly reduce collector value. Instead, coins should be stored in protective holders designed to prevent scratches, fingerprints, and environmental contamination. Professional grading and authentication services provide another level of confidence. Expert evaluation verifies authenticity and determines condition according to recognized standards. Certified coins often attract greater buyer interest because collectors trust the independent assessment. Perhaps the most fascinating aspect of the 1988 Washington quarter is the idea that extraordinary value can exist within something so ordinary. Millions of people have handled these coins without realizing their potential significance. Some have spent them without hesitation, while others have left them forgotten in drawers and containers for years. Yet among those ordinary quarters may be a rare specimen with remarkable collector appeal. The 1988p Washington quarter serves as a powerful reminder that treasures are not always obvious. Sometimes they are hidden within everyday objects that people encounter constantly. Its historical background, durable composition, classic design, and potential rarity make it one of the most intriguing modern coins to search for. Before spending a 1988 quarter, take a closer look. What appears to be simple pocket change may actually be a hidden treasure waiting to reveal its true value. For collectors and treasure hunters alike, that possibility is what makes coin collecting such an exciting and rewarding pursuit. Next coin, the 1995 Washington quarter with the D mint mark, is a coin that millions of people have handled without ever giving it a second thought. It has traveled through cash registers, coin jars, vending machines, and countless pockets since the day it was struck. Most examples appear ordinary, showing signs of circulation, light scratches, and surface wear. Yet hidden among these seemingly common quarters are rare specimens that have fascinated collectors and generated enormous excitement in the numismatic community. Some extraordinary examples have reportedly achieved market values approaching $370,000, transforming what appears to be ordinary pocket change into a remarkable hidden treasure. The history of the 1995 Washington quarter is part of a much larger story that began decades earlier. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to honor George Washington, the first president of the United States, on the 200th anniversary of his birth. What was originally intended as a commemorative issue, quickly became one of the most successful and recognizable coin designs in American history. By 1995, the quarter had already been circulating for more than 60 years and remained one of the most widely used coins in the nation. The Denver Mint produced the 1995 quarter bearing the D Mint mark. Millions of these coins entered circulation immediately after production. While most were used in everyday commerce, a small number survived with unusual characteristics that later attracted significant collector attention. These rare survivors stand apart from ordinary examples due to their condition, strike quality, scarcity, or minting anomalies. The composition of the 1995 Washington quarter consists of a copper-nickel-clad structure. The outer layers are made of copper and nickel bonded to a pure copper core. This composition replaced the silver content previously used in quarters before 1965. Although the metal value itself is relatively modest, collector demand for rare and unusual examples can make certain coins extraordinarily valuable. The coin weighs approximately 5.67 grams. Its diameter measures 24.3 millimeters, while its thickness is about 1.75 millimeters. Around the edge are fine reeds that provide texture and help distinguish the coin from other denominations. These measurements remained consistent across the Washington Quarter series, ensuring reliable performance in vending machines and coin-operated equipment throughout the United States. The obverse side features the familiar portrait of George Washington facing left. Above the portrait appears the word Liberty, while In God We Trust is positioned nearby. The date 1995 and the D Mint mark are displayed below. On the reverse side, a majestic eagle spreads its wings above a bundle of arrows surrounded by olive branches. This classic design symbolizes national strength and peace, making it one of the most enduring images in American coinage. What makes certain 1995 Washington quarters exceptionally valuable is not simply their age. Millions were minted, and most remain worth only face value. However, a tiny number possess characteristics that elevate them far above ordinary examples. These characteristics may include rare minting errors, exceptional preservation, unique die varieties, or unusually strong strikes. Mint errors are among the most exciting discoveries a collector can make. During production, mechanical problems occasionally created coins with unusual features. These may include double dies, off-center strikes, die cracks, clipped planchets, or other striking anomalies. Because these errors occurred accidentally, they are naturally scarce. Collectors often compete intensely for well-preserved examples that display dramatic and easily recognizable errors. Condition is another major factor affecting value. Most 1995 quarters circulated heavily and accumulated scratches, contact marks, and wear. Coins surviving in very fine condition retain significant design detail and visual appeal. Examples with attractive surfaces and strong remaining features are considerably more desirable than heavily worn pieces. The rarity of top-quality 1995 Washington quarters becomes more apparent as time passes. Although millions were originally struck, only a small fraction remain in collectible condition today. Many were lost, damaged, cleaned improperly, or exposed to harsh environments. As the population of high-quality examples decreases, collector interest continues to grow. One of the most fascinating aspects of this coin is the possibility that valuable examples remain hidden in plain sight. Many people rarely inspect their quarters closely. Old jars of spare change, inherited collections, forgotten boxes, and estate sales occasionally reveal coins that have gone unnoticed for years. The thought that a potentially valuable treasure could be sitting among ordinary coins adds excitement to every search. Collector demand for Washington Quarters remains strong because the series offers a unique combination of history, accessibility, and discovery. Beginners enjoy the familiarity of the design, while advanced collectors pursue rare varieties, mint errors, and exceptional grades. This broad appeal helps maintain a healthy and active market. When a rare and exceptional 1995D Washington Quarter appears at auction, competition among collectors can become intense. Coins that combine rarity, eye appeal, strong condition, and unusual characteristics often attract aggressive bidding. Wealthy collectors understand that opportunities to acquire elite examples are limited, and this competition can drive prices to extraordinary levels. For collectors hoping to find valuable examples, careful examination is essential. Strong lighting and magnification can reveal important details that might otherwise be overlooked. Pay close attention to the mint mark, lettering, strike quality, and overall preservation. Small differences can have a significant impact on value. Protecting collectible coins properly is equally important. Cleaning should always be avoided because it can permanently damage original surfaces and dramatically reduce collector value. Instead, coins should be stored in protective holders that prevent scratches, fingerprints, and environmental contamination. Professional grading and authentication services provide additional confidence. Experts evaluate authenticity and condition according to recognized standards. Certified coins are often more desirable because buyers trust the independent assessment provided by professional graders. The excitement surrounding the 1995D Washington Quarter comes from the possibility that an ordinary-looking coin may hold extraordinary value. Millions of people have spent these quarters without realizing what they were carrying. Some have been dropped into vending machines, used for everyday purchases, or forgotten in storage for decades. Yet among those ordinary coins may be a rare specimen with remarkable collector appeal. The 1995D Washington Quarter stands as a reminder that treasures are not always made of gold or silver. Sometimes they are hidden within everyday objects that people overlook. Its historical background, durable composition, classic design, potential rarity, and strong collector demand make it one of the most intriguing modern American coins to search for. Before spending a 1995D quarter, take a closer look. What appears to be simple pocket change could actually be a forgotten piece of numismatic history, quietly waiting to reveal its true significance and potentially astonishing value.